Appreciate Mike. But we also have the courtside report, and I just want to know more about what's going on. You feel me? I heard NBA 2K25 is all about personalization, customization, and accessibility. Yeah. So Evan, I heard you got the answers. Share the answers.
I got some
Evan, come on, man.
I got some answers. But yes, those items were a big focus for the dev team this year, and we are going to take you through the highlights of the blog courtside report, which is also from our very own Mike Wang. So this is going to include some more details we know you all will be interested in particular. And just remember, again, as I keep saying it, this gameplay courtside report is about NBA 2K25 on new gen, which is for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
If you don't got PS5 or the whatever the Xbox Series by now, you don't want it, and that's okay.
Read yourself as well, but we want to kind of take you through the highlights before you do, and then once we do, you can go to the URL that you see here. We're going to put it in the chat later, and you read it again and again as you need. But this is going to be on the NBA 2K website. Actually, I believe it already is right now. Both the blog and the video.
I can read this myself.
So Stacks, I think this is your first time seeing the full blog, right? So let's scroll through it together with everybody tuning in here and talk through it.
Let's not.
Yes, sir. So first up, I want to know more about the pro play animations, just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We got to see it a little bit. We got to hear Mike talk.
Do y'all want to go through with these niggas? All right, we can go through with these
niggas, bro. Some big upgrades. And I'm sure just like the rest of the chat, you know, I want to know what's going on with that.
Yep. And again, just for everybody in the chat asking about my team and my career, that's not going to come today. Today is all about gameplay.
These niggas in the chat asking about the auction house. They just said they're not talking about that right now. Y'all niggas is hurry.
But yes, pro play animations. So the most important takeaway that I get from this blog is that there's 9,000 new pro play animations. And as Mike just mentioned in the video, that is all directly translated from real-world NBA footage and replacing our traditional mocap animations. So that is all in an effort to make NBA 2K25 even more authentic.
That's good. That sounds good, but like
2K24, and now the dev team is.
They did pro play last year. I mean, the gameplay on 2K24 ain't that bad though. If we being honest,
that's crazy. I don't even know how they do that. 9,000 new animations. That is insane.
If we being really honest, we need to hear about these damn servers, bro. Like we need better servers so that the delay is not, you know.
I'm actually in my hands. But anyway, I heard Mike say in the video that there's a new dribble engine as well. We already know the community cares a lot about dribbling.
Or the dribble heads.
Dribbling engine switch up. What is the biggest? I heard it's also the biggest change in 15 years, Evan. 15 years is a long time. A lot of people that play this game is younger.
I was surprised as well when I first heard this. 15 years, and I believe NBA 2K, we are now going into our 26th year, so 15 is still a long time in that. But as Mike explained earlier, in previous 2Ks, our dribble movement was managed by pre-scripted animation transitions that came from a library of mocap movements. But now, another thing powered by ProPlay, the new dribble engine instead generates dynamic motion from NBA footage, which creates a new and more authentic feel. I know our dev team can't wait for you all to experience this firsthand. You heard from Mike earlier. This is
one of that shit really smooth like this, though.
Features,
that's going to be heavy.
Many, that they've been working on for gameplay this year. And in the little bits and pieces, I've been able to play NBA 2K25 myself. I know everybody thinks me and Stacks are playing 2K25 all year. We are not. We do not get to play it that much more than you all do before the game comes out. But in the little bits and pieces I've been able to play, this is the feature I'm excited about as well. I'm not even a dribbler. Everybody who tunes in every week in the chat knows I can't dribble. All I do is sit in the corner and shoot threes. But even
corner sitter.
It makes me want to kind of learn how to dribble this year and perhaps no longer just be a corner sitter.
So
So he's saying no longer. Wait, I'm gonna wait till Stack done.
One is one of Mike Wang's favorite things, favorite new things about the game. So if it's one of Mike Wang's favorite new things, I'm super excited to get my hands on it and try it out myself. And also, when I hear the word dynamic, it gives me the thoughts of the possibilities that's to come with this new dribbling engine. So I'm super excited for that.
So look, bro, this is what I was going to say.
I'm already ready to get my hands on it and play it. I might have to.
Evan just said,
you know, saying
the new dribbling system is going to give him the ability to not just be a corner sitter. Hold up. Hold up, Stacks. He just said that it's not going to give him. It's going to give him the ability to not be a corner sitter no more. Basically, what that sounds like to me is dribbling is going to be easier. Because if somebody who can't dribble, that's a corner sitter, is saying that when he's put his hands on the game, he can now not be like a corner sitter no more, that means dribbling got to be easier, right?
But along with that is this new shot canceling feature that you also heard Mike briefly mention in that video. Essentially, this lets you break out of any advanced
the shot canceling is good though.
To transition
this is a good idea.
Moves. So together with everything we've talked about so far, so the go-to shots, the new dribble engine, and all the 9,000 new pro play animations.
If somebody do that dumbass Curry layup in the park, I'm turning my game off. That's whatever that is. I'm turning my shit.
Be creative, which I think many in the community have been asking for.
Yeah, so man, I see some people in the chat saying they like the shot canceling. I think that can be really cool, and also combined with the new dribble engine can take your game to the next level for real, man. You using that new dribble engine, you know, go into the shot signature, go-to signature.
It sounds like there's a lot. Like you really gonna have to get in the gym, get in the mock. I wonder if it's gonna be a mock court. Oh my god,
with the ball, and I'm super excited for that, man.
But you're gonna really have to practice these new functions though.
Next one is shot timing profiles. Again, just from that video we played earlier, I heard Mike explain the 2 setting options, but I think the chat as well as myself would like to know more about those.
Yeah, exactly. I saw the chat mention that as well. The context here is that over the past year and beyond, every year, we here on the community team and the dev team, we always receive a ton of feedback on shooting, right? Some players love when it's more challenging if they can benefit from it, but others, especially our friends who are newer to the game, find shooting to be too difficult. They go play multiplayer, they go into rack, and they can't hit a shot, right? So in NBA 2K25, there's a new setting called shot timing profiles, which allows you to customize the risk versus reward of your shot timing. So we're going to pull up the menu in just a second. There we go. So this is in the controller settings, and you can pick from difficulty based, which adjusts based on the overall game difficulty you're playing in, real player percentage, and then low, normal, or high risk reward. The Courtside Report blog has the full descriptions of what the difference is between low and high. But what we want to call out is that if you are a high skill or competitive player, we think you are going to want to take that high risk and reward option, which is green or miss. If you are consistently good at timing your shot, you will get the benefits by choosing this option versus if you chose low or normal risk reward.
No, Evan, that I think that creates a space for everyone to play. I think that's gonna be really cool.
Niggas ain't gonna be able to do real player percentage in the park though, right?
Which one of these I'm gonna be using? I'm going to be testing them out a lot too to kind of really.
Real player percentage has been in the game. That's not new.
I'm excited.
But if you can use that in the park,
saying they want us to explain it. So
please, please
do. I'll pull
do.
up the blog and let's actually just read exactly what the
yeah, because no.
So this is from the blog. Y'all can read this yourself as well. But
nigga, you read it.
Low risk reward will provide more forgiving shot timing that emphasizes ratings, openness, and taking smart shots over the release of the button or stick. A mistimed shot could still go in, but the green make window will be smaller, making it more difficult to consistently have excellent timed releases. Choosing high risk reward will offer more challenging shot timing with green or miss outcomes. If you're consistently good at timing your shots, you are sure to reap big rewards by choosing this option. So that's how low and high works. I pulled that from the blog. Again, if you missed what I just said and you want to read it again, it is in the Courtside Report blog. But for now,
we gonna have to read. We gonna have to read this shit ourselves
right,
too.
So next, I'm seeing something
I ain't gonna
lie. I actually didn't hear in the video, and that's custom visual cues. Now we know what visual cues are from NBA 2K24, but now we have custom visual cues. So let's talk about those.
This is why it is worth reading the blog. There's always stuff we can't cover in full in a video or even here. So that Courtside Report is packed.
Yeah, we're gonna read it. Don't worry about it, Evan.
It's pretty cool. As Stax mentioned, last year the dev team added the new shot timing visual cue setting, which let you set your ideal shot release at either the jump, set point, push, or release animation cues of your jump shot. So we've now taken that to the next level. So in NBA 2K25, in the My Player Jump Shot Creator, you can actually set your visual cue to any point in the custom shot you've made.
That's fire.
That point becomes where you release the shot button or shot.
That's fire.
So it's custom cues in the sense that you pick what your cue is. If you don't like the exact point of the jump, set point, push, or release, you can pick where you want the cue to be and what's
That's fire though. Okay.
Not gonna lie, that I gotta say that's pretty fire, man. Custom visual cues. I didn't even was, but now hearing you explain it too, that sounds crazy, bro. Custom visual cues. Wow.
That is fire. That's hard though.
Also talk about rhythm shooting and how that works exactly.
Stacks your ass lagging.
Yeah, so this is a big one. There's a brand new way to shoot. It's called Pro Stick Rhythm Shooting. And as you heard from Mike just a few minutes ago, he said this is one of his favorite new features in 2K25. But this rewards you for accurately mimicking each player's signature shooting motion using a down-up motion of the Pro Stick, the right stick on your controller.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't shoot with the right stick though.
To me, that kind of helped
my shit be on dribble.
Is that the down-up is kind of like the down-up,
or even if it's not on dribble, it's on Pro Stick.
Last year,
but like,
you have to do it while
I use that for other shit. I don't shoot with that. When you
go down with the stick and then back up. There is the full details in the blog. I think we have the screenshot here of how it explains it to you in the game. But as you can see here, you take the stick, you bring it down, and then you move it back up to match the speed of the jump shot. As
the problem with this though is the delay.
Said, a player who does
there's there's input delay on this game because of the servers, bro. So if I'm supposed to be rhythm shooting with Jason Tatum and he going up like this, and I have my right stick and I'm going up as he's doing that, it's not registering at the same time. So y'all servers got to be on point for this to work.
So we really do encourage everybody to give it a try when NBA 2K25 comes out, especially if you are trying to take your game to the next level. But you know what? Let's say you tried it for a whole season and you're really not getting it. Don't worry, all the other shooting methods from NBA 2K24 are still in the game. So we do think it is valuable to try out rhythm shooting, but if you're spending a whole lot of time on it and you really can't get it, you still do have the options from last year to customize the way you want to shoot.
So it just seemed like there's so many ways right now in the game to customize the way you shoot the ball. Like you have the custom visual.
That's good though. They like the more customization, the better. That's for any game in the world. Give people some like options. You know what I'm saying?
So many ways to customize shooting the ball. I'm super excited for that. But we talked about offense a lot. I think we talked about offensive a lot. I think there's a lot of people that make lockdowns, builds, and worried about the defensive side of the ball that kind of want to hear a little bit about defense. So let's
go. I'm a two-way nigga. You feel me? I play both sides of the ball.
The dev team has created this very cool defensive cutoff system. When you're on defense, you can now use that right stick and have your player quickly slide laterally to cut off someone attacking towards you. So if you're on defense and you read the ball handler and you can cut off their drive, you'll block them off, stonewall them, and you could even cause them to fumble the ball.
That's good though. That's very good.
So I think it's so cool too, man, like about how when you watch a trailer, like how we watched this trailer fully earlier, there's a lot of things that you don't really pick up on in the trailer without the context. I know it's a lot of people.
Wemby not bodying Giannis like that though. I'm just saying. I don't think he's doing that.
I noticed a lot of people was pointing out like Bronny and then like some Trae Young stuff in there as well. But there's a lot of things that they purposely put in these trailers like this right here to kind of display exactly what Evan was just talking about. So I'm happy we got to point this out a little bit because this probably would have went over a lot of people's heads. So happy we got to really like dive in on that one a little bit. But I see a whole bunch here about AI gameplay. What is that?
What is that?
Well, before we get into AI gameplay, there was one more thing that was actually in just the blog and not the video, which was the contest system, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Talk about it. Talk about the contest.
So, Mike and the dev team made some big changes here. I see the chat sees contest system and they already want to know more about it. But the contest system in NBA 2K25 now uses a dynamic weighting system rather than a fixed one. And that evaluates the impact of defense at the start of the shot versus the release, and then computes the proper coverage impact accordingly. And there's also improvements on how defensive coverage is calculated, which you can read about in the blog. But these changes are better reflecting what you see on your screen and reward you for playing good contests. You know what?
Allegedly.
Since the chat is asking. I'm just gonna read this whole.
Yeah, read it, Evan, because we on your ass, Evan. We on your ass, nigga.
So this is from the blog again. I'm always reading from the blog here, but you will notice that perimeter and interior defensive ratings, as well as height differential, play a more important role in calculating defensive coverage.
Height differential.
That's what I meant when there's a different.
Y'all heard that the stretch
to how that coverage is calculated.
Stretch big might be back.
All right, man. Perfect. See, I'm happy we got to highlight the defense a little bit. We was talking about shooting a whole bunch. Now we get to talk about defense. I know shot contest is another huge thing that a lot of people wanted to know a little bit more about as well. So happy we got to cover that. But now I'm back to that AI gameplay, Evan. What's going on with that?
What is that?
What are some of the main things there?
So there's a big list of these that you can read through. We know this is something important to many of you all in the community, but I will call out.
Oh, they talk about the AIs like, okay,
there's
never
a new
mind.
spacing engine
I thought it was some
that
other
has
shit.
Over 20 adjustment
I thought it was some new
from
shit.
inside the 3-point arc, which feeds the AI a constant stream of spacing information. And this leads to more lifelike results and better spacing for you.
Please.
So
the AI always going to have
you
exploits.
Players to be running into you, they do respect the spacing much better now. Another one that I'm sure many will be happy to hear is the cut to the basket logic for the AI has been improved to lessen untimely cuts to the rim in freelance by your AI teammates. And this leads to better driving lanes and driving kick opportunities. I see the chat likes that one. One more is you now have the ability to save and share your playbooks with the community. I think I am personally going to benefit a lot from that one because I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to plays. So now our experts out there in the community can make a playbook, and then all I have to do is bring it up in the menus and run the plays and follow those X's and O's. Again, there is more here about AI gameplay that is talked about in the blog, so we will be sending you there right after this.
Evan, it's really time to lock in now, man. Really time to lock in, man. I'm getting excited just hearing all of this stuff right here, man. But last but not least, Mike talked a little bit about Learn 2K. I know every year we have a bunch of new people that haven't played.
I don't care about that, and I'm sure y'all don't either. All right, that's basically 2KU, my nigga. It's just 2KU, but I guess on drugs, whatever. Okay, bet. All right, so this is the actual article. So we can look at some of the stuff that they. All right, I want to look at this though. This shot time and shit. All right. So, controller settings. Like, real player percentage should not be in the park, obviously. Obviously, it shouldn't be in the park. I don't think it's going to be available in the park. I think the difficulty base and then the low normal risk and all of that is probably going to be in the park, obviously. Choosing low risk reward will provide more forgiving shot timing. So that means like whites can go in. Emphasize ratings, openness, and taking smart shots over the release of the button. A mistimed shot could still go in, but the green make window will be smaller, making it more difficult to consistently reach greens, basically. So low risk reward is like, all right, like if you don't know how to shoot, if you don't know how to time your jumpers and you never did, then you put it on this setting, and even if you miss time, it's gonna go in, but it's hard to green it. So that means, well, all right, so high risk reward will offer more challenging shot timing with green or miss outcomes. If you're consistently good at timing your shot, you're sure to reap big rewards. What y'all think, bro? Cause I'm confused. Custom visual cues, that's fire though. That part is fire. Pro stick rhythm shooting. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Defense, contest. Yeah, I want to see this contest system, right? They saying we made significant changes, so now you use a dynamic weighting system rather than a fixed one that evaluates. Dynamic meaning that it can vary. All right, just in case y'all niggas, you know, a little slower. It's okay, right? that evaluates the impact of defense at the start of the shot versus the release, which is good because it don't make sense to impact somebody's shot after the ball left their hand. The ball is left their hand. Whatever they did before that impacts if the ball is going in. So that makes sense. Perimeter and interior defensive ratings as well as height differential play a more important role in calculating coverage. These changes better reflect what you see happening on screen and reward your stronger defensive sequences to decrease the competition's chance of converting the shots. All right. When I read that, all I seen in my head was flashbacks of the stretch four. That's all I seen was flashbacks, bro. Because they're saying that the height matters. You know what I'm saying? That plays an important role. And then obviously interior and perimeter ratings play a role. That makes sense though. That's realistic. But all I can see in my head is a bunch of stretch fours. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't care about that Learn 2K shit. We don't care about the AI. Like, we don't care about that. This gameplay, bro, that trailer was cool and all that. Are they still talking? They done, right?
To hear about more on NBA 2K25. There's a lot more to talk about, and we got a few weeks to go before it comes out on September 6th. Or
it literally comes out in like a month and like 6 or 5 days. But that's it. That's all they showed basically. That was a lot though, and I do like the sound of this, but like it's 2K, bro. Like it has to translate to the game, bro. It can sound amazing, as good as it want to sound. It still gotta work, bro.